Alright, in the last video I was talking about the Halloween horror movies that I watch around this time. You know, all the classics and greats, but this time I wanted to talk about movies that, that are kind of kid-friendly. The first one that actually popped into my head, that you can watch with your kids around Halloween time, believe it or not, Poltergeist. Why? Because it's rated PG. Why not? Now, sure, there are some disturbing scenes in that movie. I mean, the guy's ripping his own face off, the skeletons that come up from the pool during the thunderstorm, the clown hiding underneath the bed, the tree that attacks the kid through the window. I mean, sure, it might be a little too intense for kids to watch, but like I said, it got the PG rating. So why not, right? Might as well introduce them to some fucking Poltergeist. The second movie that actually popped on my list, it's definitely not as intense as Poltergeist was, but Ernest Scared Stupid. That's definitely one to break out around this time, where Ernest battles an ancient evil troll that collects kids, turns them into wooden figures to put into a tree so that his little troll babies can grow and take over the town. What? It could happen. But anyway, that's definitely a good watch. Great Halloween movie, definitely kid friendly. The best thing I like about Ernest Scared Stupid was the intro where Ernest is running around scared and running around from all the while they're showing the scenes from like the Universal monsters and all the classic black and white movies. That in my opinion is the best part. But anyway, another one that just popped in my head was Nightmare Before Christmas. You could probably do anything Tim Burton. You could probably get Frankenweenie, or you could get Corpse Bride. But the one to me that I would watch around this time is Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, is it a Halloween movie or is it a Christmas movie? Both, in my opinion. So yeah, that's definitely a good one to watch. Another one I just thought, Hocus Pocus. With Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker, where they're witches from like the 1800s or whatever, and they come back to like the 1990s. Oh, it's such a cheesy movie. It's kind of like Ernest Scared Stupid, Hocus Pocus. Those two were definitely the 90s, early 90s gems, as I call it. Definitely has that case of nostalgia. You may think these are the stupidest movies ever, but they have a charm and it works, and Hocus Pocus is one of them. I did get my daughter to watch Hocus Pocus one time, and she hated the movie solely because the little person that was turned into a cat got ran over at the end, and yeah, she didn't take too kindly to that. I don't think she liked Frankenweenie either. Let's see, what's another one? Oh, any of the Goosebumps. Well, you hear the theme song playing. I thought that was fitting, but any of the Goosebumps shows. Movies, I got a couple of those. The Haunted Mask is probably one of my favorite ones. I read the books, of course, but I also saw the show back in the 90s, and yeah, The Haunted Mask was definitely one of my favorite ones. As cheesy, as campy as it is, where, a kid wants to be scary for Halloween, she puts on this mask at a spooky Halloween shop, and then basically the mask consumes her and turns into a evil little shit. And she has to find a way to break away from it, things like that. It's a good one. It's cheesy as hell, but it's a good one. I guess anything that came from the 90s was, but damn, I love it. But now for the last one that I want to talk about, we'll go back to the 80s, The Monster Squad. If you're a fan of the Universal monsters, you got to watch The Monster Squad. It's got everybody. It's got Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's got everybody, and it's such a great classic 80s movie. I seriously think it was overlooked. It's definitely kid-friendly, but there are also some, scenes. It's definitely a movie for everybody. Anyone can watch, But the one thing I did learn from watching The Monster Squad, and I still praise this movie, you have to watch it, perfect around Halloween time, but the one thing I did learn is that Wolfman got NARS!